and welcome to the channel from Living Well Services at St Wilfrid's Hospice in Chichester. You may have already listened in to our podcasts, but if not, you will find more detailed information contained within our podcast episodes. With these videos, we aim to provide you with key tools and techniques to help you breathe a little easier, and to give you a visual demonstration of what we talk about in the podcasts. In the first video, we talked about what it means to breathe and how easy it is to take breathing for granted, and we started to explore the inner workings of our respiratory system. In this video, we will be looking at a technique called breathing control. This is a simple and gentle technique with the ultimate aim of doing exactly what the name itself suggests, giving you back control of your breathing. Physical exertion is the most obvious trigger of breathlessness, but you may have noticed other triggers, such as a strong scent or a change in the weather. It is helpful to know what your triggers are, so that you can avoid them where possible or anticipate a need to manage your breathlessness. Individual exercise tolerance can be very variable, and if you are now a lot more limited in your physical abilities than you used to be, this can feel very frustrating. Although we cannot change the underlying cause, the breathing control technique can help reduce the sensation of breathlessness which you experience and can help you to do more with the energy you have. There is a balance to be struck between paying attention to your breathing and realizing that you can control your breathing, and allowing it to be the natural automatic process it usually is, because focusing too hard on your breathing can become a source of stress. The whole aim of the technique we will go through today is to enable you to feel confident that you can control your breathing and slow it down when it becomes rapid and strained, but also for it to ultimately feel gentle and relaxed. As you become more practiced, the technique will come more naturally until it feels easier and more of a habit, requiring less concentration and effort. It is also important to understand that everyone is different and how each of us breathes will vary. Ideally, we inhale through our noses and breathe out through our mouths, but some people find that this just does not feel natural, and some really cannot do it. However, some people are natural mouth breathers, and whilst it is worth having a go at breathing in through your nose, if this just feels like too much effort, then it will defeat the whole point of the technique, which is supposed to feel relaxing. Breathing control is all about finding a relaxed and comfortable rhythm with your breaths, so that your breathing is slow and calm but not effortful. If you try too hard to slow down your breathing, you will find yourself wanting to gasp for air after a little while, and that defeats the purpose. It can take some practice and a bit of trial and error to find the rhythm which works for you. As a general rule, we breathe out for twice as long as we breathe in. So, if you breathe in for a count of 1, you breathe out for a count of 2. And if you breathe in for a count of 2, you breathe out for a count of 4. However, this can vary from person to person, but keep this in mind as a guide while you find a rhythm which feels comfortable to you. I will now guide you through a practice using the breathing control technique. Please follow my guidance as best you can, but if you find that you feel uncomfortable or experience any dizziness at all, just stop and relax and allow your breathing to return to normal before trying again if you feel able. First of all, it is important that you are sitting comfortably, ideally in an upright position with your arms supported and something behind your back. An armchair is ideal, or a dining chair with arms. If you are sat on a sofa, you can use cushions to ensure that both arms are supported at about elbow height, with your shoulders relaxed. If you are watching this in bed and would prefer to stay there or do not feel able to get out of bed, then if you can, prop yourself up so that your back is supported at least at about a 45-degree angle, and again, use pillows to support your arms. One pillow under each arm should do. You can do this practice with your eyes open or closed, whichever makes you feel more comfortable. If you fall asleep, I consider it a win because it means you are clearly feeling nice and relaxed. If nothing else, you will have learned a technique to help yourself fall asleep at night. However, please ensure you're not going to injure yourself if you do fall asleep where you're currently sitting. Now, I would like you to imagine that you have a candle in front of you, just about a foot or two in front of your face. On each outward breath, I would like you to pretend that you are trying to make the flame of the candle flicker gently. You don't want to blow the candle out, but you just want to do a soft and gentle blow through lightly pursed lips so that the flame would now flicker. On the inward breath, just relax and allow the air to waft gently back in through your nose if this feels comfortable, or otherwise through your mouth. It is not about trying to gasp at the end or suck air in. Just allow the air to flow in gently and slowly. It should feel relaxed and effortless, but don't worry if it doesn't at first. It can take some practice. Now that you have had a feel of the breath, we will try an extended practice where I will guide you through, and I would like you to try and get into a rhythm of in and out breaths. We will practice this for 2 minutes. If you lose your rhythm at any point during the practice, please don't worry. This happens. Just take a moment to refocus and then find your rhythm again. It can take time to get the hang of it, and with further practice, it will become easier. So, first ensure that you are still comfortable and that your shoulders are relaxed. We hold a lot of tension in the muscles of our shoulders and neck, so if you are struggling to relax your shoulders, try giving them a shrug and then releasing and letting them go. Then again, raise your shoulders up so that they are by your ears, hold them there for a moment and then release and let them go. Now close your eyes if this feels comfortable. Just take a note of how your breathing feels. Pay attention to whether it feels relaxed or effortful, strained or easy. Pay attention to how fast or slow it feels, and whether you feel as if the air is only reaching the upper part of your chest, or whether it is reaching all the way to your belly. If you like, you can try placing a hand over your belly to get a feel for what happens during the practice. You should feel your hand rise and fall with each breath. Now, imagine that candle in front of you again. Allow the air to flow in gently, through your nose if this feels comfortable, through your mouth if not. Now, blow gently out through lightly pursed lips. Imagine that you are trying to get the flame of the candle to flicker a little. When your out-breath comes to a natural end, allow the air to flow back in again. If there is a natural pause between the in and out breaths, that is fine. Once the inward breath comes to a natural end, blow out again softly through lightly pursed lips. Then again, allow the air to flow back in gently. Continue with these gentle in and out breaths, finding a rhythm which feels comfortable for you. If you have your hand on your belly, as you breathe in, you should feel your hand move outwards as your chest fills with air and the diaphragm flattens down. As you breathe out, you should feel your hand move back in as the diaphragm relaxes back up and the air leaves your chest. If you find you have lost your way or rhythm, don't worry. Just take a moment to pause and reset. Focus again on the image of the candle. Allow the air to waft in through your nose or mouth, then blow out softly, as if to get the flame of the candle in front of you to flicker. Continue with these in and out breaths, adjusting the length to find a rhythm which is comfortable for you. Well done! Hopefully that practice felt comfortable and relaxing. Some people get the hang of this the first time, but for some of you it may have felt a little more challenging. Please don't worry or feel disheartened if this is the case. The next video in the series involves a longer practice with this technique, and we will build on this technique later in the series. The more you practice, the easier it will become. We hope you have found this video interesting, helpful and reassuring. If you would like to find out further information and access resources, including printable written resources, please visit the St Wilfrid's Hospice website at stwh.co.uk. Thank you for watching.